Well, hello there, folks. My name is Mark Miles. As you know, I'm here to help you become an even better trainer, presenter, coach, facilitator, workshop extraordinaire. And today's video is about what I would consider the one characteristic that really will set you apart in regards to your development and growth as a trainer or presenter. Now, to give you the punchline, it's curiosity. To give you the punchline, it's your willingness to question and reflect on why something happens or doesn't happen. All right? So if you're taking notes, write that down. The word's curiosity. Now, the thing is, I've just discovered that amateur trainers and presenters and workshop facilitators don't really ask themselves why something happened. Something happens, they just go, okay, cool, yeah, whatever, right? But they don't sit back and go, I wonder why that happened, and is that the best result that I can get or that I want? And I've just discovered that great trainers, presenters, coaches, facilitators, and people that really accelerate their own growth in the space of running workshops, they ask themselves different questions. And I guess for myself, I'm not perfect, I'm not amazing, but I have been doing this for a while now, so I am partially good. And I guess the thing is, for me, I've never stopped asking myself some questions. The first question I ask myself is, when I've been learning something, why is it that I remember this, but I forgot that? Why did I remember that, but I forgot that? And what was it in that person's delivery? Or when I was learning that, what made that stand out as opposed to that? And I got very curious, and I get very curious. I've never stopped getting very curious about what makes something memorable as opposed to forgettable, all right? That's the first question. Second question I ask myself is, and you should be asking yourself, is when I'm bored, why am I bored? If I show up to a workshop and I'm feeling that I'm bored, why am I bored? What's going on for me that I'm bored? And I like to step back and think about what are the reasons I'm bored. And then on the flip side, if I go and watch an amazing presenter at maybe a seminar or a conference or even local church, why is it that I was so enthralled by that person but bored to shit by that person, all right? And I get very curious about this. Why is it that that person was able to really engage me and that person didn't? What was going on? And I look at the audience and I go, what's going on for them? If there's people bored, why are they bored? If there's people really excited, why are they excited? And again, I get ferociously curious about these things. And I like to observe patterns in people and patterns in presenting. The next question I like to ask myself is, essentially, why do people take action or not take action? I'll give you a quick example. About 3 or 4 days ago, I overheard a conversation about somebody that does sit-ups and does exercise every single day. And as a result, this person, they got some pretty good abs, right? And they were discussing with their friend. I was eavesdropping on the conversation. And as a result of what they were sharing, I went away and started a brand new routine about doing exercise at the end of the day. But afterwards, I started to ask myself, why is it that I took action just based on eavesdropping on a conversation? And then other times in my life, why is it I've attended a workshop and something I heard, I didn't take action on it, but something else I did, I took action on it. And I get ferociously curious about, I don't know, why is it that people take rapid action really, really quick in some things, but other things they don't? And I get curious about this, right? So underpinning everything, there's that essence of ferocious curiosity. And also, a big part of what I do is I look at other trainers and presenters and I listen to their language. I listen to how they communicate with their audience. And I start to listen to the words. I get ferociously curious about the words because obviously the words that we use are the encoding of our beliefs, and they are the way that we express what we believe, right? So let's roll all the way back. I get curious about, why is it that I'm bored or I'm engaged? Why is it that I learn something or I forget something? Why is it that I take action or I don't take action? What are the phrases that people use that get massive results and get them owning a room, owning the credibility in the room, getting people listening and sitting on the edge of their seat? And I would postulate that if you get curious about those 4 things, that your development as a trainer, presenter, coach, facilitator, whatever you like to call yourself, is going to rapidly increase. Because it's your ability to actually notice what works, replicate what works, and continually do it on a long-term basis that really makes you a great standout presenter, coach, facilitator, workshop presenter. And I just operate by that philosophy. And if someone's doing something really well, I want to copy it. And if someone's doing something not so great, I want to go, whoa, never doing that again. Or I'm never doing it ever at all. And that's just how I live my life as I try to continually master this game of workshop facilitation. And it's basically where I come up with videos and topics for this, right? What's working, what's not working, why does it work, why does it not work, and if it is working, let's replicate more of that. But I just see a lot of trainers and presenters, they don't get curious about this. Or even if they know that it's not working, they just accept that it's not working and don't look for different strategies to be able to make it work, right? Even this morning, and I will be checking out a video from my mentor. I'll be re-looking at what he's doing. And again, I'll be curious, why is it that people take action, don't take action? Why is it that people are engaged or not engaged? Why is it that people remember or don't remember what he says, and why he says certain things the way he says it, all right? Anyway, point of this video, stay curious, stay humble, and speak to be remembered, speak to be memorable, and life gets very fun and curious and exciting as a presenter. Thanks for watching, team. We'll see you on the next one. Hopefully you're getting some value from the videos. If you are, like, comment, share. Let's get the message out there as we continue to raise the standards of training here in Australia and beyond. Bye for now.